Shout out to DJ Spoo. Shout out to Penwell the Black Pen for standing up for one of their own. Standing up for the CIC, Julius Malema. It means a lot, man, to see podcasters do this. What they've done is demonstrated some resilience for standing up against Mr. Rob Hersov. When Mr. Rob Hersov was asked, why haven't you denounced the AfriForum stance about white genocide? Not denouncing AfriForum, but denouncing the lie about genocide, farm killings. He was weighing that and trying to force Penal the Black Pen and DJ Spoo to denounce the EFF and Julius Malema so he can also tell the whole world that, yeah, this is all a lie. So he was weighing the lie of the AfriForum with Penal the Black Pen and DJ Spoo having to denounce the EFF. He was waiting for them to do that so he can finally admit it was a lie. Watch here.
Tell them about Mzaid's Kitchen and More Fire.
Sure.
And actually, when I checked it out, that clip at the time was at 500,000 views, right? And it's a big platform. As much as you don't agree with a lot of the other things that are being said, why can't you speak against what Elon Musk is doing? Why can't you use your influence to tell the truth that farm murders are not,
and I will.
Crime is crime.
And I will.
South Africa, we understand.
And I will.
It's dividing the country.
And I will.
Why do we let this lie, this fire just become so big and we all just keep quiet because it's doing damage to all of us?
So I will do that if you guys denounce the EFF and it's kill the boy and all this hatred in the studio. I'll do my job or you do yours. Is that fair?
It is all of our job to make sure before we deal with domestic politics, when the whole world is now against us.
I'm asking you for a deal. It's that simple.
And we've been divided, Rob. We've been divided by the very guy who comes from this country.
I know, but EFF's dividing us too by the hatred.
His
How come you black guys won't take the deal? I'll say to the fact that there's no genocide going on and there are no farm invasions, and you guys denounce EFF because you're too scared to do it.
But why can't you text Elon Musk and tell him?
I'll do it. But why don't you call Julius and tell him to back off on the EFF hate slogans? Come on.
But do you understand what?
Too scared?
But do you understand what he's just said?
Yes, I'll do it.
Do you understand?
I'll do it.
I've
said yes. These guys are like backpedaling.
Which guys?
So I started
specifically.
Rob, I started
no,
by...
I spooted it.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying don't add me because I started by saying I support the work AfriForum does.
No, you were fine.
I didn't say I'm denouncing AfriForum. So similarly, I said I don't support the song.
I hear you loud and clear.
So don't ask me to denounce the EFF. Okay.
So I'm not a politician, right? But I'm a patriotic South African. Love this country.
Well, then you should be easy saying it.
I'm like all of us, Rob. But if you're such an influential voice, why do you just let that go?
I've told you I'm going to do it.
Okay.
You have my word. Now, will you also stand up and preach love instead of hate?
Let's deal.
And Julius and the...
Yeah, the heavily celebrated white billionaire in South Africa. Many love him, many watch him, many say, yeah, we watch him on Biz News. He's the most educated, he's the most influential. Hey, this guy is the best to ever do it. He has funded political parties, he has funded politicians. The same Julius Malema is speaking very horrible about. Many people claim he funds him. How can a guy like this fund Julius Malema? Let's be honest, I don't think so. But shout out to the way DJ Spoo handled himself and the way Penal the Black Pen handled himself. I'm starting to believe that it was all a lie, all of these things that DJ Spoo, Penal the Black Pen, when they met Rob Hersov, they were selling out. It was a sellout position because they were hanging out with white people. I'm starting to believe that they are using this guy for their own benefit than this guy is using them. Of course, for the podcast, it's for the views, to boost engagement, conversation. Of course, they're using him for that. A table of discussion, a bunch of two black guys with a white man. So, of course, they're using him for that. For the clout of the hanging around with a billionaire. What is he using them for? That is hanging around with Penal. And I'm not even trying to act or maybe insinuate that these two guys are not fabulous, these two guys are not wonderful guys, but I'm just saying, what is it to gain the black favor, the black people's vote, the black people's support? Many black people don't trust this white man, by the way. Many black people they take what he says with a pinch of salt, and then bayidle ngathi badla into emnandi. Okay, it's fine. But the way these two gentlemen handled themselves, they were not willing to bow down and sacrifice the dignity of one of their own black brothers in the midst of an attack towards all black people. This attack on Julius Malema, by the way, I think Penal the Black Pen and DJ Sbu understand it very well. It's not just an attack on Julius Malema and the EFF and the EFF supporters. It's the attack on the message of the black people, which is carried by the CIC. Yeah, forget about other controversies surrounding the CIC. Tuwilibun, that song is a struggle song. Yeah, not many people agree with the song. But to denounce Julius Malema because of that song, because of that controversy around the Tuwilibun song, then you must denounce him. You must act like it doesn't exist. You must act like you hate him all of a sudden because a billionaire said so. A billionaire, this guy, a white guy, sat there, told these two black men, you black man, you must denounce your other black person so I can finally admit that AfriForum is lying about the farm murders in South Africa. Imagine, he's waiting for these two guys to admit, to denounce Julius Malema, to denounce the EFF, for him to finally admit that AfriForum. So he won't just admit, Nje, there's an ultimatum to admitting that something is a lie. How do you put an ultimatum to admitting that, nah, this one was a lie? Or how do you weigh, like, having to tell the whole world about a lie with telling people to denounce their own black politicians which they support? Like, help me understand that. Lucky he met people who are not easy to sell out. He met people, and I'm not even saying these two people vote for the EFF. They've also participated in conversations, in debates, in perception creations online to brand the EFF as a negative party. But they understood the mission that if we sell out now, we sacrifice this brother now just for this white man to admit a white genocide is a lie, would be selling out for the bigger picture, would easily sell out and even on other things. So they didn't. He failed. You can even tell when even DJ Sbu didn't wanna shake his hand, didn't wanna give him a dab. So this man, you can tell even his energy, wabona wati na, I'm starting to offend these guys. Why am I giving them this type of ultimatum? Then what relax. It's like it's so good, yeah, it's starting to become uncomfortable. That's how it gets. How do you tell two black guys who have admitted that Julius Malema is such a wonderful leader, is a great guy? Yeah, they've also said other things around whatever Julius Malema does or says, but they've all admitted, DJ Sbu and this Penal the Black Pen, they've admitted that this guy is a great leader. He's being one of the greatest. He continuously becomes one of the greatest. How do you force them to denounce that just because they can get your favor for you to finally denounce a lie that was told by AfriForum? Come on, man. Shout out to Penal the Black Pen. Shout out to DJ Sbu. I love what they did there with that white billionaire. They showed him a good, nah, Puti, nah, this is not a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. But hi, Dango.